everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today, Bankrupt joined again by Tracy.
What's up, friendos?
And today's matchup is me versus Tracy. I'm playing AOD, and Tracy's playing Set 20, Android 21. Like always, there's buttons down below. Feel free to click them for whatever reason. But let's get into today's matchup. Just get out of the way. I was rushed, was busy this weekend, had to get a new car and whatnot, and I had nothing to build, so I just brought AOD this weekend. Now let's talk about Android 21, which is a deck we've seen on the channel a couple times already. Jimmy's been primarily piloting it at the shop, but you've also shown interest in this deck as well as I have. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, I love it. It's probably my favorite deck since coming back and playing Dragon Ball. I've been wanting to play the Android 21. I just didn't want to go back and get all the other cards for the older leaders, so I just kind of sat around, and then when they came out with this one, messing with it a little bit, looking what the cards that came out was pretty good. And once I hit that secret rare out of a premium box, I was like, yep, playing 21 for sure.
No, that's, yeah. It's funny how like sometimes packs just dictate what you end up playing. Like,
oh yeah,
I build U3 because we got 4 SPRs of Enzilla. I'm like, you know what? I'll build it, bring it to the shop then, and take care of it. So, kind of going over the deck itself, you did go first, which is something that Android 21 wants to do. At least I think any Android 21 deck now wants to do, especially with the Z battle cards, because that will allow you to establish the Z battle card, which has the Z stack, and then you could pretty much ramp on the following turn, because a lot of times your opponents can't do much about that. Now, AOD does have an option for that, but because I went second, I don't have that option available because I have to first play Bobbity in order to use 13 afterwards. So you're going to already kind of go into your turn 2 where you want to be. But getting early swings out of the way, attacking and taking my life, you played the card, which I think was a Searcher, right? The one drops a Searcher?
Yeah, that's just a Searcher, then plays the token at the end of your turn.
It probably would have been smarter, even though I want to swing and get the Search off, to have just past turn, like play Bobbity past turn, so you would have no Z energy. So for you to even establish anything, you would have to attack and combo. But then I would have been a step behind, I feel like. I didn't want to take that risk.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I started like you normally should with Android 21. I didn't like the charge that I did with that counter, but with all the, the searching that she does for Androids, I mean, you're getting 2 searches right off the bat, each turn. I was like, yeah, I should get another one. But it started out as it should with Android 21. I knew you were going to be, obviously come out swinging. So I felt good to start. But, I did get in this turn exactly how it should, like I said, how it should start. Just swing and then bring out the androids. And I have this particular deck built a little bit slower than what it should be, because you'll see my unison eventually come out, because I can do a big turn on turn 3 with 4 energy, and I'll get to that in a second.
Okay, I see your hand. I was going to ask you, did you charge 18 because you had another one in your hand, even though it's a great charge target for you? But her ability to crack's really good. But I feel like I think I see another one in your hand right now.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and get one of those on the board to have a green energy, just in case I, want to play the 8-drop or, and then find the secret rare eventually. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and get the first one out to charge.
And we didn't really talk about it. Normally when Android 21 plays against a blue or green deck, it's their dream. Like, it's what they benefit from. It's what they want to do. AOD has 2 really good blue cards they want to play really early. So both the 1-drop Bobbity and Turtles. So I'm in a situation where on my turn 2, I'm giving you 2 free energy because I'm going to play Turtles. Turtles is a way of just searching in this deck. What's fantastic about...
I'm at 5 life right here, I believe, still. Because that's where my unison comes in. So I really want to wait and awaken on when you pass turn, because that'll basically allow me to play my unison, untap an energy. So I've got 2 energy up. With your board, I should have at least 1 blue energy. Maybe actually I'll have 2. So I could have played. Then I played the 4-drop Total Audacity. So I'll get a draw on the awake. I'll get draw on the Awaken side, then I'll get a draw from the Unison, and then play Audacity, and I get 2 more draws. So, I mean, I'm getting 5 cards in hand on one turn. It's insane.
It's the Leader's Activate main that gave you the restand, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Which then you were able to proc the auto. Yeah. So here, because you did choose to attack me, you put me in a position where I'm able to awaken this turn, which is kind of what I want, because AOD got really strong support in the draft packs that came out back in January. But the problem with those cards is that one of them in particular, which could be a triple strike, if your opponent has 3 or more energy, you have put yourself in a situation where that card could be valuable if I could find it. So, like, I'm trying to do what search I can, taking as much life as possible. So here I'm playing this card just to get more searches. And actually, there's another AOD card there. I'm taking the life. Like, I'm just digging now. And I will be playing Turles in a second. And I really probably should play Turles first. And then... Oh, I still had a swing of leader still, regardless. So yeah, no, I played that in the right order.
Yeah.
So here I go ahead and awaken. Now I have 2 open energy. I can use the leader's free play ability, which I think I can go ahead and do with Broly. And this allows me to just pop your 4-drop. Which feels so good. I don't want you keeping that card. And it's a blocker. So I want to put pressure on you as fast as humanly possible. And here, I don't normally go for all 3 of my cards for looking. But, like I said, I'm digging. And it's one of those cards where I don't have to reveal the card. I just add a card in my hand from the top 3. But you did see I put a Turles and a Bobbity into my drop after I did that.
Yeah, and I knew that I knew you were going to be swinging a lot this turn, and I actually had. I mean, you were playing your turn perfectly, and I actually had the one super combo that that I can combo with at any time and untap 1 energy.
Now, I will say what I'm doing is risky. Establishing 2 blue cards and 1 green card.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking this should be good if I can stay at 4 live. This is going to get real nice.
But I'm just trying to put in the pressure where I can. And that's why, like, I play Turles. Yes, I'm swinging Turles. I know you don't have a way of playing in your good card for 2 energy. So I know I'm safe at this point.
Yeah, I thought you would just swing with what you had on the board at this point and maybe pass turn to counterplay something, kind of push me into where I wouldn't get as much, pressure my next turn.
So here I'm counting my cards because Sin states cards with age instruction in their card name, including the Z energy, battle area, leader area, and drop. And I have exactly 7 cards.
Yeah. And this going back, that card I did not see coming, and that was the card that really put a lot of pressure. I was just trying to figure out, can I get up through this without awakening? And I knew I couldn't. And if I would have, and I was thinking afterwards, if I'd have comboed, maybe went ahead and just used that super combo, untap 1, then I could have, I had an Android 17 Defending Friends in hand. Obviously, I wouldn't have got the auto, but at least I could have negated that and only got rid of that 1 negate.
Yeah, the mindset there was to you're at 4 life. I'm either getting you to awaken on my turn, which is a plus, or I'm getting you to take 3 life, and then I just got to play it out and then just do 1 more damage to you for the rest of the game. So I did combo a super combo to make it 40k triple. And here, since you're at 4 life, you're able to use your other super combos just fine.
Yeah, no, you play that perfect. I mean, you put all the pressure in the world on me, and I was just trying to hang on. That's pretty much what I felt like for this turn, and was just hanging there. And hopefully, I was hitting my secret rare. That's a good thing about Android 21. Even if you get down to 1 life, I mean, being able to put back 2 with your secret rare can just totally change the outcome of the game, really.
Yeah, especially the fact that I'm giving you energy for it.
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, you did. It took a lot out of my hand just to get through that.
So I end up just passing with one open energy, and yes, technically I'm giving you an open energy. You can use your leader effect like you just did to restand 3 of my cards.
Yeah. And this, yep.
Actually,
This is my big
I might need
bad
to double
play
check
here.
the wording. I don't think you could choose Turles now I think about it. Because you have to choose 3 of the cards to restand.
Yeah.
Turles has barrier.
It says use.
That's for cost purposes, but you have to choose 3 cards to restand, I thought.
It ignores barrier.
Okay, never mind.
The leader ignores barrier, and then when you use for energy, you can use. Yeah. And this was I don't think. Yeah, I think I was just trying to. I shouldn't have played the unison on that. That was probably the downfall right there.
Yeah, playing the unison.
But I was trying.
Go on. I would say playing the unison gives you the extra draw potential, pressure, and it turned on the android counterplay that you have in your hand. Because I think I saw it earlier in your hand.
Yeah.
And here, I just don't want to go into battles with my leader, so I'm just. I took a life for support. Yes, it gives you another card you can potentially use as a resource, but at the same time, you only have 1 open blue energy or blue-green energy, and I don't think that's enough to even do anything worthwhile.
It's not. It's not. And that card you just played, I think, is that the one you played? Blind.
So it's the super combo that I'm playing off the Garlic Jr. Counter auto, which when this card's played, you play a 2-drop from your deck. And right now, the super combo is blank, but it has an auto, I think, where if your opponent activates a counterplay, I think it's an auto. If your opponent activates a counterplay, they have to discard 2 cards as part of the counterplay. So, like, in order to even do a counterplay, you need to get rid of 2 more cards in your hand. And I felt like that's how you control. That's how you play defense with 21. You just use what you have to play good counterplay cards to slow your opponent down. You're at 1 energy. I'm gonna restand 2 blue, 1 green, and have everything else open. Or technically, I have 2 green because my super combo is green as well. So I'm giving you 4 energy. But if you try to counterplay a card coming in, or if you try to do anything else in that realm, I'm going to stop it. And I think I even start my turn off. Like, you haven't passed turn yet, I don't think. But I do start my turn off in a unique way because I want to prepare for them. Because your 4-drop on the board, at the end of my turn, will play a token on my board. And earlier, you all saw that I did combo off a Koichikai, where you pay 1 to put it into your warp. You could put up to 2 cards by your deck, draw X amount of cards back. I knew that's going to hurt you. So, cool, he's playing a card during my turn. I'm just going to hold off, try to apply pressure. If I can't kill him this turn, he's at least getting rid of 2 more cards from his hand.
Yeah, and that's exactly how he played it, especially the build with the Android 18 counterplay, the Android 17 counter negates, or the counterattack to the negate. But on that turn, if I would have actually sat and thought about it, the best play, what I should have done was, again, tap your 4 down, my 4, drop the 8-drop, cleared your board, pass turn, restand 5. I was like, man, that was the better play, but hindsight, right?
Yeah.
It would have been different as far as like the outcome, but I mean, you did everything right against this 21 build. And I played Pan there. I was just digging for that 4-drop to counterattack.
Yeah. So here's Koichikai going into the warp. Yeah. So now at this point, if I continue to attack with cards, and you try to play a card, if it's 20,000 or less, you just have to get rid of extra cards from your hand. And I'm trying to play the way where I want to, like I said earlier, apply pressure, but I want to tax you. If you try to do anything in response, you have to get rid of cards.
Yeah. And the 17 wasn't going to be too. If I even like negated played it, it wasn't going to be too taxing on you.
Now, I did want to see. I swung the Turles first. My objective in this turn. My objective this turn is to swing with as many blue and green cards as possible.
Yeah. And you had to have known I didn't have the 4-drop Android counter with that first swing. I mean, that was you had to know like he doesn't have one hand, which I did not, which was brutal, absolutely brutal. I think I had a Dimension Magic was obviously the reason I tapped out. I could just take a life and untap 2.
So here I do come with 20. Like I said, I'm just trying to get you down to 3 life as well as swing with like to the blue green cards, or just get you to grab cards in your hand. Like both for me, it's a plus. Because if you go down to 3 life, you know the triple strike's coming your way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just like I said, I was just trying to hang in there at this point and maybe make it to the next turn, but wasn't feeling too confident as more and more cards went on my hand. Oh yeah, I comboed with that super combo to give me 1 energy, so that was the other thing. Just that 21 deck's just so strong. Even I mean, you're just hammering away, and somehow I'm just barely hanging on.
Now, the triple strike, yes, I could have held off on it, but if I recall correctly, I have another sin in my hand, and I was just trying to bait negates out of your hand. So now you got the way. Now I just want to kind of see what else you got going on there. Apply pressure with cards I can, and I think I even swing with Bobbity first.
You do. I was like, he is not passing turn.
No, it's. I feel like I'm gonna get you either to go all in defense, or I have to regardless of what I do on this turn. If I would have left the Bobby standing, that gives you 4 energy on my turn. And those are 4 energies that you prefer. It would be 2 blues and 2 greens. Because you were saying, obviously, my 1 blue and the 2 greens. And I didn't want that. So, yeah, I do play Geneva first to see if you want to crit a life. You obviously don't in this situation.
No, I wasn't going to do it on that one. I just man. It was like I said, it was just trying to hang on. Having that other card that was going to, if I played the 20K with Koitsukai and the other one, it was going to be, 4 cards out of my hand was pretty much, detrimental. I mean, that was going to be an easy 1 swing with your triple striker again. So I could have played the Android 17, but it was like, man, that's going to be 4 cards. Right now, 2. And then if I survive, it's going to be at least 2 more. But I'm assuming if you don't have 2 cards discard, you don't play the token at the end of the turn. If I'm understanding that right.
If I recall correctly, I think it's taxed on there. Correct us in the comments. So here, I'm just playing the Boo. Leaving 1 energy open as of right now, trying to, like I said, course this turn out, because Boo here serves 2 purposes. For 1 energy, I'm removing a card from your board as long as this play is good. Because I think you're debating on counterplaying it. I don't actually remember if you do or don't, but you are thinking about it because this card's going to eat your 4-drop, then it's becoming a 25k swing to your lead.
Yeah, I have the 18 in hand, and I'm like, well, do I play this and discard 2?
Yeah, and truth be told, I think I have an A13 in my hand right now. So if you were to play that, you have to discard. If you play the 18 action, I think about it, that's 4 cards. 2 for Koitsukai and 2 for Slug.
Yep.
So yeah, I swing with that, you took the damage, and then I'm just going all in on the Bobbity swing.
Bobbity swing. That's awesome. That was awesome. And I had the 2, what was it? I had 2 of the 5 drops or the 1 drop searcher Android, but again, it was tough. But I tell you what, that 8-drop Android that's a free combo piece at 10K is insane.
I was thrown off by you put it down. I'm like, wait, what? Like, oh yeah, I forgot. It ignores it, which does help you out. But then I pay the 1 for the sin, because the sin's limit 1 is only on the activate main. And I think No, I did. I think I did combo off the overrun I had. But
yeah, I was sitting on those two unisons in my hand as well. So, but it was interesting coming into that matchup because I actually built this deck also with with 4 arrival cards, and they were all 20K and under. So it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I played perfectly into the deck that you built to counter me back.
I knew what I needed, and I made sure I mulliganed for those things. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Keep in mind, there's one down below, links in the description. Bye.